And then I retired, so I have not been a teacher for a couple of years. Let me ask you some questions. Does anybody know what an author is? What's an author?
It's someone that writes the words in the book.
Someone that writes the words in the book. That's right. Does anybody know what an illustrator is? All right. Yes, ma'am. What's it?
Write pictures in the book.
The illustrator writes or draws the pictures in the book. That is correct. So, since I retired and not a teacher anymore, I have become an author. And so I wrote this book. It's called Scooter Gets Lost. And that's my name right up there at the top because I'm the author. This is the front of the book. And it has the title, Scooter Gets Lost. The author and the illustrator is Dwayne Maddy. Miss Petey's not an illustrator because if I had drawn the pictures, they would be stick people. So we had to get someone that knows how to do art to actually do the pictures. So what part of the book is this? The back of the book. And the back of the book tells a little bit more about the book. It says Scooter Gets Lost. Scooter is a little dog with a big problem. Do you want to find out what Scooter's big problem is? All right, well, y'all listen and we're going to talk all about it. So this is a true story. It really happened. It's about Nanny, and Nanny was my mama, and Zach, Dylan, and Scooter. Zach was my little boy, and Dylan is my nephew. So
What's his name?
Zach, a nephew is my sister's little boy. Okay? So this story happened whenever they were little children, and they used to go to Matt David Jones whenever they were young boys and girls like you are. So we are going to read this book, Scooter Gets Lost, and find out what Scooter's big problem is. Do you think you already know what his big problem is? What? He gets lost because the title told us that Scooter's going to get lost, didn't it? What is this page? What, does anybody know what the name of this page is? The title page. The title page. There's a page that has the title, the author, and the illustrator. It did. All right. And put your listening ears on so we can find out about Scooter and his big problem and how he gets lost. Scooter was a feisty little black and white chihuahua whose bark was bigger than his 4-pound body. Scooter belonged to Nanny. Nanny was a retired nurse with curly salt and pepper colored hair who had never owned a dog until she was in her 70s. Zach was Nanny's 9-year-old grandson. Zach and his family found Scooter at the local flea market. Those are the outdoor tents that sell everything from plants to clothes, animals, and furniture. You name it, and the flea market has it. Upon first sight, Zach and Nanny were in love with Scooter. When he was a puppy, he scooted everywhere on his butt. That is how he got the name. What's his name? Scooter. Zach loved to visit Nanny. She loved him and spoiled him. He loved her. But he also loved playing with Scooter since he did not have a pet at his house. One day, Zach and his cousin Dylan were spending the day at Nanny's house. She lived in a small community of mostly family on a busy country road. The boys were old enough to stay by themselves a few minutes while Nanny visited a neighbor. While Nanny was gone, Scooter got out of the fenced-in yard. As soon as Zach realized Scooter was gone, he left the house to go looking for him. Look at Zach's face. How's he feeling?
Sad.
Do you think that was a good idea for Zach to just leave and go looking for Scooter? What could happen to him?
He could get lost.
He could what? What'd you say?
I said he could get kidnapped.
He could get kidnapped. What'd you say?
He could get lost.
He could get lost. He could get kidnapped. What else could happen to
He
him?
could get dead. He could get like monsters of power.
Okay. Or he could maybe got hit by a car because it was on a busy road, right? So it was, well, that was not a very smart thing for him to do, to just leave, right?
Yeah.
But we know the reason he left is because he's what?
Looking for
He's
Scooter.
looking for Scooter.
He shouldn't have a leash because
Zach did not tell Dylan or anyone else that he was leaving or that Scooter had escaped. When Nanny returned, she found Dylan in a panic. Zach and Scooter were gone.
what happened to him now?
So, I want you to say that with me with a shocked look on your face. You ready? Zach and Scooter were gone. Let's do it again because you gotta put your hands up. Let me see your faces. Ready? Zach and Scooter were gone. Oh, wow, that was great. Dylan was very upset, thinking that Zach had been kidnapped. So you were right. Terror filled the place as Nanny and Dylan frantically began looking for Zach and Scooter.
What happened to these people?
After calling some neighbors to help with the search, Nanny and Dylan headed out in the car to start looking for them. After driving about a mile down the country road, they spotted a boy and a dog. Who was it? Zach and Scooter. So look at their face now. How are they feeling?
Happy.
Happy. What joy, what relief. Tears and laughter filled the car as they picked up Zach and Scooter. It was a reunion like no other.
That's awesome.
Yes, so let's go back and look at these pictures. We're going to talk about something real quick. All right, so at the beginning of the book, how were they feeling?
Happy.
How do you know they were happy?
Because
They're smiling, aren't they? They are smiling. They look like they're having a good time, don't they?
yeah.
All right, so then what happened?
Maybe he got
When
lost.
Scooter got lost, how's that feeling?
Sad.
Sad, maybe worried. And then Dylan, who was Dylan worried about? Was Dylan worried about Scooter or was Dylan worried about Zach?
Sad.
Dylan was worried about Zach because what did he think happened to Zach?
He got kidnapped.
He thought Zach had gotten kidnapped. Well, why did he think Zach might have gotten kidnapped? Because Zach didn't tell anybody he was leaving, did he? No, so Zach, look at Dylan and look at Nanny. So when Nanny got home, Dylan told Nanny all about it. So how were they feeling now?
Sad.
Sad and worried, weren't they? They was so worried about Zach. Yes, I think Nanny and Dylan was probably more worried about Zach than they were about Scooter. But then at the end, how's Zach feeling?
Happy.
Why is he happy now?
Because he found Scooter.
Because he found Scooter. And then, why was Nanny and Dylan happy? Because they found Zach. They did. That page, it just says, you see, this is a story about the love that a grandmother has for a grandson, that a child has for his dog. They left everything to go find Scooter when he gets lost. That's just the very, very end. All right. And this is, who is this in this picture?
Yeah.
And why is my picture in this book? Because I wrote it, I'm the author. So there's a picture of me and it tells all about me. So give me 2 thumbs up if you really like this book. Yeah, this was a really good book. So put your hands down, I'm going to tell you how to get one.